יש משהו לאהוב.
To these insults. From the walls of the city to the walls of my house, they sing the praises of David. Do they think that he won the battle alone?
This foolish song is not his doing, Father.
I had forgotten that you are his champion.
And with good cause. It was David who fought through to my side when I was wounded and outnumbered, who became my shield against the Philistine steel. I owe him my life.
Is there no end to this idolatry of David, even amongst my own children?
No one has served you better than he has.
Not so well as David has served himself.
Hold your tongue!
Let him speak. I've never doubted his loyalty.
The position of David in your court is a strange one, sire. Too exalted for a shepherd, too lowly for a prince. In rank he is fourth. And who knows of his ambitions?
And what of your own ambitions? It's lust for power that makes you poison the mind of my father against David. I'll hear no more of these evil insinuations.
Then leave us. Take Abner and disperse these caterwauling women outside. Then return here.
Some wine, my lord king.
Yes. Wine to wash away the memory of this day.
How soon some people forget. The triumphs of Saul were legend long before this shepherd slew a giant.
Slaying of Goliath would have stood for nothing but for the army that I had trained and led when I routed the Philistines that day.
But it is to David they ascribe that victory, and others since.
I sent him to do battle with Goliath. I created an idol for my people to exalt above me.
Idols can be destroyed.
He was always in the forefront of the battle. It seems that the Philistines have no darts or sword that can pierce the heart of David.
Idols should be destroyed by those who create them. My lord is known for his fearful rages. A man is not held accountable for acts of violence committed in moments of madness. It is well known that you've suffered from these dark moods since the days of Samuel's wrathful prophecy that doom would befall the house of Saul and another rule in his stead.
The ravings of a jealous old man. I'll show the prophet Samuel and the people who is king here and who will remain king. Well, did you see the handsome hero? Is he still smiling on the swooning maidens that serenade him?
David is with Michal, Father.
My own daughter, too, has fallen under the spell of this ambitious wretch. Bring him to me. Go! Or will you add disobedience to your disloyalty?
My love is a garden of delights. The fragrance of spring apples is in her hair. Her eyes are bright and warm as the summer sky. Her lips are the color of rarest wine. And her kisses taste of honey.
My lord speaks only of food. He must be hungry.
Yes.
I am the most envied woman in Israel. There is not one who does not yearn to serve you thus.
Such service should be rewarded. To match the color of the wine.
Can you match these?
What am I offered for this? You must come closer so I can put it on. To the victor the spoils.
Trinkets and treasures from cities stormed and battles won. David his 10,000 slew. 10,000 kisses are his due. 10,000 kisses.
It's not wise to sing that song in this house, Mikhail. Not even in jest.
Does not my brother have the delicacy to allow us some small privacy?
This is no idle intrusion. The king has sent me to summon David.
The king has had David by his side for months. I will at least have this hour. You may tell my father I will join him for the evening meal.
It's not a request, Mikhail. It's a command.
What troubles you, Jonathan? Ill tidings?
This foolish song has driven my father to the brink of another fit of madness.
Is it foolish to sing songs to the man who led Israel to victory?
It's an affront to a proud and sensitive man. He's filled with rage against David.
Perhaps I have shown an overfondness for the praises of the people.
The praises were richly deserved. In his heart, he knows that. You've dispelled his fears and rages before. Go now. And soothe his injured pride.
Father?
It is to David that I wish to speak.
How is my lord?
My head is racked with infernal pain.
Grieves me to hear this.
You said that to me once before. Do you remember the occasion?
How could I forget?
It was the first time that they brought you before me. When all else failed, you cured the raging storms in my head. David, bring the lute. Your songs may soothe away the pain.
My lord must remember that on that other occasion, he was cured by the song of a simple shepherd boy. A stranger brought before him by Abner from the flocks in the fields. Now I'm a soldier long out of practice.
You refuse?
I am my lord's servant.
Now bring the lute. Sit here, David, at the feet of your king, as you did that night. What song will you sing?
One of your choosing.
No, let the choice be yours.
my lord enjoy a love song?
Have you not made up a song of victory? O slayer of tens of thousands?
My lord, we all know there were not 10,000 Israelites and Philistines in the battle, much less that many slain.
The slayer of giants and thousands is modest in the company of others who fought beside him. He will not sing of his victory.
Yours are the victories, as you'll remember, sire.
And yet the people babble of your glory. You are called conqueror of the Philistines, hope of Judah.
Our victories are God's victories, my lord. By your leave, I'll sing of him. O Lord, in your strength the king is glad. In your victory, how greatly he rejoices. You have granted him his heart's desire. You refused him not the wish of his lips. You have welcomed him with goodly blessings and placed on his head a crown of pure gold. For the king trusts in the Lord, and through the kindness of the Most High, he remains unshaken. May your hand reach all your enemies. May your right hand reach all your foes.
David! This way, David! In the name of God, run!
Guards! Quick, seize him! Through the window, search the gardens. Search the palace and the whole city if need be. I charge you to find David and destroy him. While he lives, I am not safe. Now, you will search the quarters of Michael and Jonathan. When a man's children become his enemies, they must be treated as such. Someday, you will drink as deeply of the bitterness of betrayal as I have. Open and air the crate! Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. Captain of the guard, captain of the host, captain of my scouts, is there not a man in your command, Yashabin, that can follow the trail of a traitor?
My lord.
Enough! I've had my fill of excuses. God must indeed be on the side of Israel if he gives victory to such as you.
The army can search for one man and fail. But one man, the right man, can succeed. My lord knows there is one man closer to David than any other. Your own son, Jonathan.
This Edomite, Doeg, not only poisons the mind of our father, I fear he also has us watched. One false step and we'll play into his hands.
I feel like an animal in a cage. David will think himself deserted unless we act swiftly.
Be patient, Mikhail. We can't even risk sending him word to flee until we're sure we're not followed.
But he cannot give up everything. Where will he go? What will he do?
He will live. But if he returns here,
He will be welcome to my court again.
Father, come in.
Only a tender heart could give me such a welcome. When last night How can I explain last night?
It was the evil spirit, the old malady.
My soul is full of sorrow. The things they say I said. When I awakened, it was as if from some terrible nightmare. When they told me the things that I'd said and the things that I did, I wanted to cry out, liar! But I can recall nothing. Nothing. Oh, my son, humbly, I ask forgiveness for accusations, unjust and untrue. But for you, I might have killed David, who's been as another son to me. You must find him. Bring him before me at the forthcoming feast, so that he and all assembled may hear me acknowledge the great wrong that I've done him, and my desire to make amends.
I'll find him.
This way, Jonathan.
You're unharmed. Thank God for that.
And you? You met no ill treatment for your part in my escape?
No.
Michal, how is Michal?
As eager for your return as I am. My father sent me to bring you back, David. Tomorrow at the Feast of the New Moon, he wishes to make public his apology for the evil he's done to you. He's canceled the search for you.
Last night, I had a dream. In the dream, I heard a voice.
Whose voice?
That of the prophet Samuel. It told me that I should go into the wilderness and hide. And that if I should return to the house of Saul, there would be but a step between death and me.
That's the message I wanted to send you. Until my father's words convinced me otherwise. But the warning of the prophet cannot be ignored.
Nor can the command of a king. It was only a dream.
Yes, but was it? Has his anger really passed, or is this sudden repentance a trick to lure you back?
There's little danger of anything happening while we're at the feast. We'll both be on guard.
No. You mustn't return until I'm sure you're safe. I can test my father's sincerity better alone. If there's still evil in his heart, I'll warn you.
In what manner?
I'll go to the training ground with a bow and arrow. You hide in the rocks, behind the target we've used. I'll shoot 3 arrows and send a boy to fetch them back. If I call to him that the arrows are on the near side, it will mean that all is well.
And if it is not?
I'll say the arrows are on the far side. God willing, we'll be together again soon.
Take care, my friend. Lord God of Israel, hear thy servant. Forgive my doubts. Heed my prayer. For without you, I am nothing. Let not my danger be his danger. And if there is violence, let it fall on me alone.
David?
In Bethlehem, celebrating the solemn rite of sacrifice with his people.
Do not tell him that I had commanded his return. Does he realize that for this insult, he could die?
Let the blame fall on me. I gave him leave to return tomorrow.
You gave him leave. You defied my command? Fool! But for you, he'd now be dead.
Why?
Because he is my enemy.
He's the scourge of your enemies.
He wants to tear the crown from my head.
A fevered mind is easy prey to the lies of evildoers.
You have shown to all here that you have chosen David above your king, to your own shame. Don't you realize that as long as he lives, you can never be ruler of Israel?
That's for God to decide.
Weakling! That is for me to decide. Go forth. Find him. Oh, this time he shall surely die.
Your just commands I've always obeyed. But this is a sin against innocent blood and would blacken the name of Saul.
Am I a child to be chided? Or a king to be obeyed?
In a covenant before God, I swore to defend the name of David.
Then die yourself, my lord king! In your own words, Jonathan's our future ruler. Abner, Jashobim, summon your men. Search for David. Doeg, follow me.
Quickly. It's a bad hour of the day for the practice of archery. The sun dazzles my eyes. Fetch the arrows, Caleb. The arrows are beyond you! Stay back. Doeg's watching.
What happened?
My father believes you'll take his throne. Rob me of my birthright.
If you believe that, draw your sword now and kill me.
The words are his. The words of a man half mad with fear of Samuel's prophecy. The words of a man who's resolved to death.
And it was a trap. And now you are followed. No longer trusted because of me.
Avoid the roads. He sent the army to search for you.
The ways of the world are strange. Yesterday I led the armies. Today they hunt me like an animal.
David, you must go. I can't even take your hand in farewell.
We will meet again. Tell Michal...
There's no time. Go quickly. And may God watch over you.
And over you, my brother.
Well, David is not in Jerusalem, sire, nor in Bethlehem.
Didn't you question the people?
Yes, my lord. Some professed ignorance. Some swore he has not been in the vicinity. Still others?
Well, go on.
Others refused to answer, asking, for what reason does Saul hunt down the hero of Israel's victories?
We'll see if the people will ask such questions of their king. I shall command the search myself.
We have found him at last.
If it is God's will, I am ready to go with you.
We've come to go with you, cousin.
Joab!
This place is no longer safe. Jashobeam and the king's scouts are only a short distance away, and the army is not far behind. Saul leads the search himself.
And Jonathan?
Left behind in disgrace. Only Doeg enjoys the king's confidence now. Saul's hatred of you is such that he's ordered anyone who gives you shelter put to the sword.
And I can no longer endanger those who would befriend me. I must go into the wilderness.
We are yours to command.
Joab is my kinsman, but you, Hezro, you're of Saul's army. The punishment for desertion is death.
We are soldiers, Captain. I, for one, have no great fear of death.
Thank you.
They have eluded us again. Are my scouts such sluggards that they cannot overtake this band of traitors? They are never where we expect them to be, my lord. You think you're a strategist, Abner? Well, which way did he go? North, south, east, west?
My lord already has the opinions of those he has questioned. Some say he has fled to Paran. Others believe he was headed in the direction of Nob.
Paran, Nob, and am I expected to be in both places at once?
My lord, an unwieldy force is easily evaded. Here, you're within striking distance of both places. While Jashobeam and his scouts search the hill country, I can seek out men in Paran and Nob who will inform us of any sign of David and his men.
Well, at least one of my counselors has a feasible plan. Command the troops to break camp, Abner. And we'll see if Doeg can succeed when all the rest of you have failed.
Never have I known such a scarcity of game in these hills.
Tomorrow I'll go down to the village of Nob.
I'll go with you.
And I.
No. Several strangers might invite curiosity. I have friends in Nob. Perhaps they'll help us.
Any word from Doeg?
No, sire. From Gibeah.
Am I awake in the middle of the night to hear this?
I come on a mission of grave importance, sire. The farmers of Keilah report that Philistine troops are gathered near their border. They fear an attack.
How do I know that you're telling the truth? I know how close you are to David. This may be merely a ruse.
If you don't believe me, send troops.
I will send nobody until I am ready. My first task is to make my kingdom safe from the dangers within. A task that I will never give up until David is captured. Now, we'll wait here until Doeg comes back from Nob.
That man. Keep him always within your sights until I return with the king's men.
The Lord be with you.
And with you. I wish to see the priest, Ahimelech.
My father? Who shall I say wishes to see him?
He will know me. Summon him.
father will see you now.
Wait outside for me, my son. Call to me if anyone approaches. You're taking a great risk coming here alone.
It was necessary. My men now face an enemy other than the king's army. For 2 days they've been without food and drink. They're harried and hungry. Can you spare us some food?
Our village is poor, David. We have barely enough to feed ourselves. There is the holy bread, but I would overstep the law by giving you bread from the sacred table.
Could you ask the Lord to guide you, good priest?
We will let the Lord decide. These are the sacred stones. If his answer is yes, we shall get a sign by the stone called Thummim. If no, by Arim. Thummim. The Lord has been good to you, David. You shall get the bread. Abiathar.
Yes, Father?
Go into the sanctuary and collect all the holy bread and bring it here.
Yes, Father. Is it for him?
Quickly, quickly, no time for questions. Go, go, go.
You must be proud to have such a son.
Oh, he is very inquisitive. So was I at his age.
There's something else we're in dire need of, Ahimelech. Weapons.
There are perhaps a dozen in the whole village. But wait. This belongs to you by right.
Sword of Goliath. There's none other like it.
After the battle, the prophet Samuel entrusted it to my care.
If I had not slain Goliath, I would not now be a fugitive.
Your destiny was decided long before the battle, David. You were but a boy when Saul proved himself unworthy. After his disobedience to the will of the Lord, it was made known to Samuel that you were to be his anointed one. Use it to fight the Lord's battle, David, remembering always that you are his chosen one. Use it only for good. And seek his will in all things.
I will dedicate it to the Lord.
40 loaves, Father. All I could find. Goliath's sword. My father said the only man in Israel who could... You are David?
You must tell no one of this.
Why?
Because it is dangerous for David and his men. And for us, he's being hunted by King Saul.
Why, has he done something wrong?
No, he has done nothing wrong.
Why then?
Well, I told you there is no time for questions. David must get back to his men.
Yes, before they eat the bark off the trees.
You go with David, my son, and help carry him.
No, I need no help.
It would break his heart if we denied him this privilege. But return promptly, mind you.
I will, Father.
David.
Yes?
I will not ask you where you plan to go.
To Paran, Maon, perhaps the border. Any community where we can be of service and satisfy our meager needs.
Should it be Maon, seek out a woman called Abigail. She will help you in your hour of need.
Abigail.
Yes.
Thank you, Ahimelech.
David, come this way. You will encounter fewer people.
Again, my thanks, good priest.
Bless you both.
These are my men, Abiathar, the best in all Israel. And this is Abiathar, son of Ahimelech, priest of Nob.
Recruits, sir. Getting younger every day. What is your reason for joining us?
If I could, I would follow David.
What have we here?
Bread.
Bread, eh? Little enough to sustain a man after a forced march. Meat and red wine would be more to my belly's liking. However, come along now, one at a time. There'll be enough for everyone.
Your father wanted you to return promptly. You'd best go back.
I could come again. I could bring some more bread tomorrow.
You're very generous, Abiathar. But who knows where we'll be tomorrow. Bye. Thank the good priest for me again. May we meet again.
And soon. Goodbye, David.
Joab, show him to the path.
You are the priest, Achimelech?
Yes, my lord king?
It has been reported to us that David has visited this place this day. Do you deny it?
I do not deny it, my lord.
For what purpose did he come?
He needed food for his hungry men.
And you gave it.
I gave him bread, my lord, and also a sword.
You gave arms to a traitor?
Sword will never be raised against you, my lord king. For who amongst your people is as faithful as David?
Well, we've searched everywhere, my Lord King. David is not here. Nor do the people know his whereabouts.
If they did, would they tell you? Where is he, priest?
I cannot tell you that, my lord.
You will tell me, or you will die. You and all your father's house.
I do not know, my lord. And if I knew, I would not tell.
Slay them! Slay everyone here as a lesson for those who will defy their king.
These are innocent people, Father.
Their hands and their hearts are with David. They know where he has fled, but they will not speak. Slay them! All rebel against me.
I cannot order an Israelite to slay a priest. We are on holy ground.
I am not an Israelite. Command me.
Slay them!
Find Jessebeam. I will follow the boy.
What is it, Hezro?
The boy who brought the bread.
Ezra, you go to the trail and make certain no one is followed.
Abiathar, what happened?
The king and the soldiers came to look for you. But my father wouldn't tell them. So the king, they killed my father. My father, my family, everyone. They're all dead.
Because of me. They died because of me. Would that I could have died in their stead.
Where did he go? With David.
Good. Forward.
of us. If anyone tries to kill you, he will have to kill me first.
Saul's men close by.
How many?
2 score, perhaps more. Led by Jashbim.
David.
Look after him, Hezro.
They're almost upon us. You go ahead, David, while we stay and delay them.
We go together or die together. Disperse the men. Have them take cover and wait for my signal.
Disperse! Take cover! Put the fire on! Come on, quickly! Quickly! Keep low. Spread out! Come on! March! That's right. Keep going.
Take up your positions.
Still warm. They must be close by.
Close enough to kill you where you stand. You're outnumbered and surrounded. If you try to fight, not one man will escape alive. Surrender your sword, Jashobim.
I will give you my sword, David. Not in surrender, but in support. We have come to serve you. We can follow Saul no longer. His soul is sick with hatred. When Jonathan brought news that the Philistines are poised on the border...
Philistines? Where?
Near Keilah. The farmers want protection, but Saul refuses to abandon the search for you. He has only one objective, David. To destroy you.
If you follow me, your lives will be in constant danger. You'll be hunted, harried, homeless, often hungry. If anyone wishes to return to Saul... No!
Lord God of Israel, hear our prayer. To you we lift up our souls. In you we trust. Let not our enemies exult over us. Make known to us your ways, that we may walk in truth and righteousness. Deliver Israel from all its distress. For you are our stronghold, our strength, and our shield. Jashobim, take 2 men and keep us informed of Saul's movements. We march to Keilah.
To Keilah? Why?
To do what we can to protect the people and their harvest from the Philistines.
But what of my people? Aren't you going to use the sword my father gave you to avenge their murder?
In the presence of your father, I pledge this sword to the Lord. It is not ordained that I use it against the king.
But you're not going to use it for the king.
No, Abiathar, not for him. For the Lord and all of our people. For Israel. Come.
Well, the Philistines crossed our border at Keilah today, my Lord King.
How many? Where are they now?
In flight. Ambushed by soldiers of Israel.
Soldiers of Israel?
Armed with rocks and sticks and a few weapons. And led by David.
Soldiers of Israel? Deserters.
David never deserted you, Father. You drove him from your court. You pursue him like an enemy, and still he fights your battles. This should prove his loyalty.
Or his ambition. Again, he is a hero to the people.
How How long will you continue to give heed to the evil suggestions of this Edomite who poisons your mind with lies?
I have never had occasion to doubt his loyalty.
Good can come from this, sire. There are but two routes from Keilah. Across the border into Philistia, a way they would never dare to choose. And here, to Paran. If we act swiftly, we can cut them off here.
The men cannot sustain such a pace. They must have rest.
A rest for all time if Saul's army overtakes us. Jashabim and his scouts will advise us when we can slacken our pace. Continue the march.
They're spent. Another hour and there'll be stragglers. Would you leave them behind?
Continue the march.
I can see by your face that our forced march was useless.
My lord knows that David is a master of military deception.
Are all my captains fools? Must they be forever outwitted by this traitor?
They are soldiers, my lord. This is a task for subtle men, my men. May I suggest we proceed to Paran and await word from them there?
You may so inform the troops. Doeg.
Maon. Beyond the pass, Paran.
Feast your eyes on that view, Jashabim, but covet not the sheep, lest you be accused of gluttony.
Now, what news?
The king's scouts have lost the trail. The army's turned back.
Oh, thank God for that. Hezro, did you hear? We can stay a while. The men have earned the rest. Joab, divide the men into groups and search for a stronghold.
Yes, David.
How fares our young recruit?
The priest's son, he's a brave lad. He keeps up with the rest of the men without complaint. But his dreams are troubled.
Abiathar.
Yes, David?
The eyes of youth are sharp. See if you can be the first to find us a suitable stronghold.
We will be the first. Come on, Hezro.
Already he gives orders like a commander.
Deep and dry. It'll make a good shelter.
Settled then. Tell the others Abiathar's found our new home. miss your home, your father and your family. It's only natural. Do not dwell upon your sorrow. Try to seek solace in the Lord, and you'll find comfort.
I will not find comfort while their murderers live.
Oh, do not hate, Abiathar.
The old law says, love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy.
It was not the way of your father. He sought the will of the Lord in all things. With this, Jashobeam returned to the temple to find it for you.
David, will their deaths be avenged?
The Lord has said that vengeance is his. Their deaths will be avenged in his time and his way.
In my time. In my way.
Look, Abiathar, look there.
Who are they, David? What are they doing?
Brigands about to attack the shepherds.
They're heavily armed. The shepherds will be slaughtered.
Unless we help them.
Is that a command?
Those who have arms will attack with me. Those unarmed will go with Joab, joining the fray as brigands fall and weapons become available. Jashobeam, take 2 men and drive the flock toward the mountains. That'll create a diversion. See to our wounded. Remove them to the stronghold and tell me their number.
We owe you our lives. Would that we could repay you, but we are poor without a shekel between us.
You owe us nothing. But if it is gratitude you wish to show, there is a way. My men are hungry. Let us have a few sheep that we may eat tonight.
I dare not. They belong to our master Naval, and he will return from Paran for the shearing 3 days hence. And if any sheep should be missing...
Is your master so poor that he set such a high value on just a few sheep?
6 wounded. Protecting you. Let us take care of the sheep.
No, I beg you. For the sake of these good men and their families. You don't know the wrath of our master.
This Naval, he can't be the monster he paints him.
I cannot take that chance. Look at Abiathar and remember how his people were slaughtered for giving us bread. We will return to the stronghold. Come. This Naval sets great store by his flock. Perhaps he'll be pleased to have us protected for him.
Sound idea.
When he returns, we'll propose a bargain. Protection from the marauders and assistance with the shearing in exchange for food and money to buy weapons and equipment.
When he returns, what shall we do till then?
Live off the land.
The brigands might attack again. Couldn't we?
'Tis not the way of the Lord to steal.
It's not the way of my stomach to starve.
Perhaps work will take our minds off our hunger. We haven't yet built an altar to the Lord to thank him for delivering us from Saul and his army. When the men have rested properly, set them to work. mind still dwells on your home.
Do you always read people's thoughts?
It is not so difficult. To each man, that sight will bring a different thought, a different dream. Joab would think of the fine wine he might find there. Jeshabim would envision the beautiful women. Hezro...
Food.
Yes.
And you, David, what do you dream of?
The water. When I was a boy tending my father's flocks, the water of Bethlehem was as sweet as wine. I would think of my thirst, and I would dream of the water in the garden.
They saved all the sheep. It must have been most exciting. I wonder who they were. The shepherds said the fighting was fast and furious, but the brigands were driven off.
But at what cost? Dead and wounded.
Brigands! Run, my lady.
He doesn't look very fierce, Naomi. What weapon is this, young man?
Water container.
First they tried to steal our sheep, and now our water.
I'm not of those who tried to steal the sheep, but of those that drove them away. Come to get some water for David, our leader.
Brigands! That's the ground!
Into my quarters, hiding quickly.
You come with me!
What is this intrusion, Kudru?
Someone was seen to enter here. In the interest of your safety, we will search to make certain that there are brigands in the area.
Do you dare suggest that a man, brigand or any other, has entered the house in the absence of your master? Take your men and be gone. How are you called?
Abiathar.
And this leader who sends a boy on so dangerous a mission?
He didn't send me. He doesn't know I've come. Where we are camped, there is only branch water, and he thirsts for the fresh spring waters of his youth. To serve David is a great honor.
Such loyalty deserves reward. Naomi, fill the cask. Why is it such an honor to serve this man?
You have not heard of David?
Here in the wilderness of Man, we hear little of anything. Tell me about him.
Well, he fears nothing. When he was not much older than me, he slew the great Philistine giant Goliath and many more Philistines who tried to invade Israel.
So he is that David. Godspeed, Abiathar.
Thanks, my lady. You are as kind as you are beautiful.
Where's Abiathar?
I thought he was with you.
Oh, he left me long ago. These hills are not known to us. Might be dangerous for a young boy to wander alone in the dark. Find him, Hezro.
We have nothing to sacrifice to the Lord.
We'll endure our hunger in silence. Give thanks for our delivery and our victory. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of justice for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
Our comrade has returned from a raid. He stole into Naval's walled garden to get spring water for David. He was pursued by armed men.
How did you escape?
Well, there was a lady. Beautiful lady.
Did I not say he'd make a soldier? His first taste of adventure and he spins tales of beautiful ladies.
Here's your water, David.
Thank you, Abiathar. We needed something to offer for sacrifice. Bless this water, Lord. It's placed upon thine altar.
What weapon have you chosen to master, Abiathar?
The weapon David used. The sling.
The only giant in the vicinity is this one.
Who are you?
Does it matter? I've come to seek David.
And found him.
I wish to thank the man who saved the shepherds of Maun.
Now, come on. That's it. Oh, come on. Go!
Are they your people, the shepherds?
I have often watched over my father's flocks.
Even as I have.
I liked the nights best, when everything was dark and still. It almost seemed possible to reach out and touch the stars.
Night. When the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament proclaims his handiwork. In his wisdom, he has wrought many miracles. And of them all, the most wondrous is woman. Fairer are you in beauty than all other women. Grace is poured out onto your lips. All glorious are you as you enter, and my heart sings because with you comes gladness and joy.
The words come easily to your lips, my lord. They have been said before.
No, no, boy. Come here. Let me show you. Find me a stone.
Here you are. Look up.
A man can love more than once. He can love several women, each in a different way. You wait here for me.
Well, that was more or less how David slew Goliath.
Another shot in my direction, sir, and you will all see, more or less, how David slew Hezro. On the mark 3 times. You've grown proficient.
I must. Whatever they've done to me, I will do to them.
Abiathar, listen.
I bring tidings, and a very welcome visitor.
David.
Jonathan! Well, how did you find us?
When the army withdrew, I stayed behind to search. If it hadn't been for the shepherds, I would never have found you.
Why is the son of Saul welcome thus?
David chooses his friends not for who they are, but what they are.
But he was one of the murderers. I saw him there.
I, too, was there when it happened, Abiathar.
I've come to join you, David, if you'll have me.
Well, we'll talk of that later. What are the tidings?
Nabal has returned.
Good. We must send a delegation to call upon him.
Send me, David.
All right.
Can I go too?
The decision is yours to make.
A boy might soften his heart. And then, too, Abiathar has got a very beautiful friend there.
Doeg claims to have friends in Paran and Maon. It would be better if David's name was not mentioned there.
May the Lord make you eloquent with Nabal.
Peace be to you and all in your house, Nabal. Has your herder told you of the raid on your flock? I bring a proposal from those who saved your flock. We will protect you from such marauders and help with the shearing in return for food and a few shekels.
Another form of thievery.
Our men fought hard against the brigands. Some lie wounded.
They have their bravery to comfort them while they recover. Virtue, they say, is its own reward.
That they do not go hungry. At least spare us a few sheep.
I have no sheep to spare. Dispose of these beggars.
Abiathar,
My lady,
what does this mean?
we came to offer help in return for food. You call us thieves, beggars.
I will see what I can do.
I said dispose of them.
How can you treat them so rudely?
It's none of your affair.
Have you not the decency to give them a few paltry sheep?
Silence, woman, or I'll have you whipped for your insolence. I'm master here.
I wonder how long you will be master here when their leader hears your insults. Do you know who he is?
Does it matter?
Has the master of Maon heard of David of Israel?
You have defied me, taunted me, tormented me. But I will overlook it this once, because you've done me a great favor.
What favor?
It's no concern of yours. Go to your quarters, woman. I must talk with Kudra of this matter. Go. Don't leave your room until I give you permission. This David is sought everywhere by Saul of Israel. Only yesterday in Paran, I heard the king offer great rewards for information leading to his capture. We will see that he gets it.
Hey, you! Come here! Come back!
You're prisoners. Get back!
Get back to David! I will stay with the boy!
Are my guests safely housed in the dungeon? The spokesman are. The rest are still being pursued in the forest.
If they should be allowed to escape...
Well, the better if they do. They will tell David, and the youth swears he will come here to set them free. When he does, imprison him.
How much greater the reward if I should hand David over as a prisoner. Go to Saul at once, Kudra. But first, post a guard over our present prisoners. Under no circumstances must the bait escape.
Mistress, they have imprisoned David's men. Why? With them, Nabal plans to entrap David for the reward offered by King Saul. By nightfall, Kudra will have reached his camp in Paran and will lead him here.
David must be warned. He will not leave Marne without them. Do you know which passage leads to the dungeon?
No, mistress. I've only been as far as the wine cellar.
We will find our way. Call my uncle, the chief shepherd. We will need donkeys and food. Meat, fruit, cheese, and wine.
Baal called us beggars, thieves. He had us run from his house.
And his knife wound?
We were attacked by his men as they left to his estate. Benjamin was wounded. Abiathar taken prisoner. Jessam too.
We will repay them in kind.
Take up your swords.
I could swear we had been here a dozen times before. It is hopeless.
Must find them soon before my uncle loses courage.
And if he does not wait?
Hush, do not even speak of it. We have found it. But there is a guard there. What shall we do?
Wait here.
Looking for something, my pretty?
I'm looking for the wine cellar. I'm lost.
Indeed you are. It is in the opposite direction.
My master wants some more wine. Please, would you show me the way?
Follow me. I shall expect a reward. Some wine, perhaps, or a kiss.
Abiathar. My lady. Follow me quickly.
Yes. And you're not hurt.
Oh, a few cuts and bruises.
Boy, Ezra.
It's Joab.
You're sure you're not harmed?
Yes. Thanks to my lady Abigail. She freed us.
Abigail.
Why does the wife of Nabal come here? To spy on us?
Perhaps it amuses her to play games.
I came to bring food for your men and to speak with you, my lord. Hear me, please.
Ezra, distribute some food.
Turn back, my lord. The shedding of needless blood will not wipe away the injustice. Do not seek revenge that will harm the innocent.
Your plea for Nabal is eloquent.
It is not for Nabal that I plead, but for those around him who will be hurt for his evil. I plead for you also, my lord. Nabal has sent for King Saul, hoping to trap you.
So it starts again.
Why does the king pursue you?
To kill me.
But why?
Because the prophet Samuel has said that another would someday rule in his place.
And you are that other? Why, if you are to be king, David, you must not avenge yourself on the house of Nabal. When you are king, there must be no grief in your heart, either that you have shed needless blood or avenged yourself on the innocent.
I will not avenge myself. Abigail. The good priest Ahimelech of Nob told me to seek out a woman named Abigail of Maon.
We lived in Nob once, long ago. Then my father moved on to Ziklag, to Syria, then Maon, always searching for greener pastures.
And did he find them?
No. Here the land was owned by Naval. Soon my father was in overwhelming debt to him. I was the payment. I must go. And you must take your men out of Maon before Saul is upon you. I was as a field without rain until you looked upon me. It was no game, my lord.
I will remember you always. May we meet again.
Brazen, meddling drab. You have betrayed your husband, consorted with outlaws. I will kill you, strike you.
Summon his physician. He is dead. We must leave this place at once before Kutu returns.
Where will we go?
I will try to find David, if it is not too late.
I will make ready.
You will not come with me.
But you cannot go into the wilderness alone.
You have served me well, Naomi. As God has given me my freedom this day, so too will I give you yours.
More wine. Let us drink to the loyalty of Nabal, to the wisdom of Doeg, who suggested that we come to Paran, to the victory that will soon be ours. The wine is not to your taste, my general. Then summon the officers, arouse the men. We leave for Mayon at once.
Israel, why do we run away? Why don't we kill Nabal?
David! Saul and his forces are encamped in the pass to Paran.
Joab. Mountains to the north, mountains to the south, and Nabal's men to the west. Our only way out was through the pass. Now that takes us directly into Saul's hands.
We have the advantage of the high ground.
Yes, but Abner's a fine strategist.
You may need this
You're
before
right,
long.
he's got us trapped.
We'll not move until nightfall. Have the men get what rest they can. Give the order, Joab. And then, under cover of darkness, we'll try to find a way through the pass. At all costs, we must avoid battle with Saul.
Because of Jonathan.
Abiathar!
Here is your knife.
I didn't know. I thought it was Jonathan.
Ezra, look after the boy.
Naval is dead.
You are welcome here. I have little to offer you. It will be a lonely life, an uncertain future.
It is enough that I should be with you in your dark days, David.
Fools! Bungling, babbling fools with wild promises.
The promise of my dead master will be kept, my lord. Even now, the exit to the west is blocked.
David is in your hands. From this trap, there is no escape.
David, we've held a council.
We want you to leave this place tonight.
That is my plan.
Not all of us, David. You. Jonathan can take you through the past. No sentry will challenge the king's son.
No.
No one here is afraid of death. But we must die for something. David, we want you to live. You must go on and fulfill your destiny.
Are you a part of this?
It's the only way.
Leave us for a little, please. What about them?
What about all the people of Israel who need your guidance? One must sometimes painfully sacrifice the few for the good of the many.
There were those who died at Nob in needless sacrifice.
Yes. From that day, my father's leadership is discredited. People turn away from him and against each other. We're no longer united.
Will my running away restore the kingdom?
No. But your death at the hands of my father would surely be the death of Israel.
Israel will not die. Joab. Have the men gather their things. We'll march to the pass at once.
There's no way of escape. Saul said you're posted everywhere. We're trapped.
Our only hope is to fight our way through. We have the element of surprise.
No. I'm going down there.
Alone?
Yes, alone. I have a thought. Perhaps it'll put an end to this persecution.
David.
It must be done. Should I not return, look after Abiathar.
Abigail sent me.
Sometimes women are wise.
One stroke and it's ended. It is not the Lord's will that the first king of Israel shall fall victim to a midnight assassin.
Saul! Doeg! Saul, answer me! Who is it calls my lord king? Doeg, as the Lord lives, you are worthy of death. Look for his spear and the water jug that lay at his head. I have them here. For tonight, the hunted became the hunter. I could have destroyed you, Saul. Why do you pursue me? Is it that the Lord has stirred you against me? Or has Doeg poisoned your mind for his own ambition? As I held your life sacred tonight, so should you hold sacred the lives of those about me. David, my son, forgive me. I am old. In my madness, I have sinned exceedingly. Then forgive us and allow us to pass. I will do you no more harm. Return, and there can be peace between us.
However sincere his words may seem today, I should be risking all of your lives to his fits of madness.
You should have killed Saul while you had the chance. Are you afraid of him, David?
I cannot fight against my own king, my own people.
He killed my people.
There are many choices in life between good and evil. You must choose now, Abiathar, between the way of the weapon and the way of the Lord, between the effort of your father and the spear of Saul. Lord God of Israel, guide me well now. Shall I, too, take up the spear against my king as the boy has done? Is this the way to deliver my people?
A mountain goat. Follow it!
Ways of the Lord are wondrous. That goat shall lead us to freedom.
If it does, I'll never eat goat meat again.
The Lord has pointed our destinies. I must return to my father. Perhaps in these troubled times I can give him some comfort.
I understand. You cannot run away from what you are or what you must do. Go now, and may God go with you.